Hello, Sagittarius. This is your reading for the month of October, and I'll start with this. Okay, now this month for you, I'm going to, this is a jasper stone, and what I'm seeing for you, Sagittarius, is a lot of rain. I'm sorry to say. There's a lot of rain, and you're busy in puddles as if you're walking around in rain, or you're taking a shower constantly, or there's something, having to do with water that's coming from above, like a shower or a rain. And as a consequence, I don't know if any one of you have ever been to Venice in Italy. There's the St. Mark's Square where the water rises, and often you are with galoshes and the water rises. Well, I see you as trying, not being worried about that. Of course, a lot of this is metaphorical, but as if you're walking in puddles just to get a reflection of what you don't see or what you don't realize. And it's interesting because at the same time, you have all of the other things that are going on around you that are there. They're there. You may be, working on a huge project, and there's that little formula that still isn't, completely there, and it's not right, and things like that. So there's a lot of things going on, but you're, taking it slow, taking it easily. This is a time of the year for you, October, where, I don't want to say I don't care. You're Sagittarians, you're not saying I don't care. It's going to happen anyway, you think. That's life. Let me just look as if you're dazed, okay? You are in a daze. And the thing is that you are not unconscious or out of it. You are indeed there. But there is sort of an area, a space that you create for your mind, Sagittarians out there, where you are still that little child. You're still playing and you're thinking, and it's a very personal space, and you don't let very many people in, except, maybe your child if you have children, or a younger sibling, or someone you play with, and I'm talking inner child. And the thing is that you're there often, and very much so this month of October. Sagittarius, there's another thing that, okay, this is the attitude of you in relation to your activities, and we get that, all right? But there's also your propension to interact with others as very sociable, very kind, very open, always ready to lend a helping hand, always in sort of a teacher's mode. While I'm speaking, I'm mixing these oracle cards, and the oracle cards. I have this Lemurian the Lemurian star child oracle. I've used these before. And so in relation to others, you sort of get into the position of teacher, an excellent teacher, and you have a very kind way and a very clear way of expressing yourself and telling others how things work and how they don't work and what would work best for them. And you do it until you see that light in their eyes and they understand. And then you go off on your merry way. It's as if a little drop or a little pill or a little seed is planted by you, and you are, you've given your contribution, so you're contributing with your knowledge, you're contributing with your expertise, and helping to the betterment of mankind, womankind, humankind, because of the things your knowledge and your skills and your know-how, everything that that you want to give. This is for you especially in October, a way to participate in the betterment of humankind. And they're very lofty goals, you know. They're not really practical in your mind. They are very lofty. You're thinking, yes, this is my way. I can become a part of the universe. We are all one. Yes, 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 yes. This is my role. This is my role after all. This is what I know how to do best, you think. Okay, so here I am. These cards are like bricks. I've been mixing them. And this one wants to fly out. Okay, let me show you this. It's called Whale Teaching. I love when it goes through the card or the fire. Whale Teaching. I'll read it for you. The depth of experience and healing. Teacher and mentor. How do you like that? Teacher and mentor. Share wisdom. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Even if I had to choose the card, I wouldn't have chosen that card. Teacher and mentor. Now, what distinguishes you more than others this month of October is that you are both the teacher and the mentor, but at the same time, you are the student. You are the person who benefits. I have a fly. Fly's coming right on me. I think that's what I see. You know, my vision is just bad. There is at once you're the teacher and at once you're the student, and you actually benefit in a reflexive way from communicating your expertise, because you decide that it will benefit others. It definitely benefits you from the doing, but it also benefits you in the learning how to communicate it better, what not to communicate. And you bring this exercise, you bring this game. It's like a game for you. It's a social game. You bring this to the level of interpersonal relations. And those who are with you, your partner, your companion, any children, any grandchildren, any, very close friends, are delighted. They're delighted with the way you cajole them. You kid with them, you joke, and there is this sort of intellectual banter. It's like playing tennis, ta ta ta, and laugh, not really laughing, but it's all at the level of the abstract, but in a very concrete way. I hope I'm making sense, because the vision of it is extremely beautiful. Now I'm going to take a rune, and let's see what they say. I'll take two runes. One is the nameless, faceless rune. I have two colors of nail polish. I couldn't decide which color to change, so I started. The nameless, faceless rune called Weird. This is a faded rune. It's destiny. It is telling you, Sagittarius, that anything goes. You can do anything. Dream big, because dreams are reality. Your thoughts are reality. Love is coming in for you, Sagittarians, for those of you who don't have it in your life yet, or that have it but are dissatisfied with it. There will be something coming in. This also heralds in Gifu an exchange with the people who are around you, just like I have been describing, actually. The other rune is on Zeus. And I couldn't pick a better rune. On Zeus is all about communication. On Zeus is all mostly about word of mouth communication, conversation. It's all about wisdom. And again, giving, partaking, having other people partake in your wisdom. But generally, it's communication. And this is the month of shared communication with others. Now, what I will do now, I have a deck of tarot, of course, tarot deck. And this deck is the tarot of the Celtic fairies, the tarot of the Celtic fairies. And I also have my vera sibilla, so I'm going to take 3 now and then see what happens. You can hear them ding, 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 the sound. I love this sound. Cut them. And we have 1, 2, 3. I'll take them from the bottom of the deck later on. All right, we have the 7 of... Here, we've got the 7 of Cups. Okay, you can see that perhaps if I tilt it. Yeah, the 7 of Cups. We have the 2 of Cups. Did I say love was coming in? Did she? The 2 of Cups. And the 9 of Swords. All right, now the 9 of Swords is a very tough card, especially, this is the way they came out. The 2 and back on either ends were the 7 of Cups and the 9 of Swords. We all know, readers usually know that the 9 of Swords does mean fear. F-E-A-R, fear. It is the nightmarish card. It is the card that brings us anxiety, all right? It's related to not knowing. The 7 of Cups is a card that has to do with, there may be some of you who have an addiction. There may be some of you out there, Sagittarians, that have to deal with some kind of alcohol, toxic addiction, some kind, or if not that, you are in a situation that is sort of an embarrassment of choice. There's so many choices that you don't know what to choose. Now, when that happens, and the card of the 2 of Cups is an indication, I said it backwards, is an indication that the clarity comes from another person face to face with you. You get clarity from the reflection of another person, from the feedback that they offer you, from the way that you see yourself through their eyes. And short of suggesting you to go out, put yourself online, profile, go out and get out there, I have to say that this message is very clear in the sense that even if you go to a mall, if they're open still, even if you go shopping in a huge area, a social area, you can have some form of, not entertainment, I was going to say entertainment, some form of communication, first with the eyes, then communication with the voice, even over the counter purchasing drugs, pharmacies, some hair shampoo, anything. But there is some kind of contact. There is oral communication. These cards are telling you, get out of that fear through contact with another person, one-on-one. Okay, the person at the cashier desk, the person who you just meet on the street, you're online buying ice cream, and the person behind you is thinking out loud of what kind of flavor they want, and they think of strawberry, and you think, oh my God, that's my favorite, and you start talking. Okay, so this is the best time, the month of October, for you to be able to get your image reflected, what you need, what your own feedback for yourself. Let's go now to the vera sibilla. Now, usually with the vera sibilla, this is an oracle deck as well of Italian tradition, and these are actually the first cards that I have ever held in my hands way back when. And they are usually extremely clear and very faithful to me. Cards are finicky, and if they don't like you, they won't respond. I've found that this particular deck, well, because I've been using them, so I've been good to them. What I am looking at here is casa, the house, which could be a business, could be. I love how some of these cards get that reflection of the fire. House or a business, and it could mean a relationship. Then I see viaggio, the trip that's going into the house, and then ladro, the thief. Right, there is a change. There is a change underway in your living situation. There's a change in your living situation, and many of you Sagittarians are contemplating actually moving to a different place, moving in with a partner, moving out of where you are. I'm going to get a rune for you. Things are flying off my table. All right. We have here Isa. Isa. Isa is the opposite of what you see, the fire there. Isa is ice. Now, what does that mean? It means a cooling down. And this is in line, a cooling down of relationships. And this is in line with our thief that told us that there's a change in your living environment. Not only is there a cooling down, this also has to do with justice or any legal rulings that you may be a part of. There might be a separation underway. And also it tells you to keep cool, all right? That is the major message. And so I'm going to take a couple of, from the bottom of the deck, two tarot cards. And she has the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Wands. All right. It's telling us that love is a what your situation is. Many of you are who are in a romantic relationship, an emotional relationship. It has become more emotional of late. What does that mean? It means that things are emerging that just don't keep you at ease. And hence, that is one of the reasons for moving into this childlike, looking into the puddle of your feet, trying to understand others through teaching, mentoring, and teaching and learning. It's your way of escaping a situation that probably has not given you 100%, or it is communicating to you that you need to find yourself elsewhere, to heal yourself in a different way. I'm going to the runes now. Two I have. This is Ingvats. Now, Ingvats is a rune that talks about a conclusion. It talks about relief. It talks about a successful conclusion. And it also can be a milestone for you. Finally, I've decided to leave my wife. Finally, I've decided to leave my husband. Finally, I've decided to leave this group of friends. I'm going to leave my girlfriend, my boyfriend, my lover. I can't take it anymore. I'm going to leave this house because I have a terrible relationship with my neighbors, for example. But finally, a decision is made. And we have Algits. Now, Algits is a rune that talks about a new influence in your life. There's a fortunate new influence in your life. It also talks about friendship. When I said there's a new entry coming in, that new entry is going to be coming in under the guise of a friend. So we have you in relation to mentoring and teaching as a way of finding your place and your role to to contribute to what your soul should be doing. What should I be doing? How can I contribute to humankind? That also gives you an escape from a situation that you don't want to blame. You don't want to think, no, it's not over. Maybe if I turn my gaze and do this, I will get some satisfaction from it. Okay, so there's this sort of transformative energy that you're interested in, transforming your attitude, your anxiety into growth, into development, into nurturing, even, there's also something else here, Sagittarius. First, let me get this under. It's calling. The deck is calling me under the deck. This is the Seven of Wands. Look at that. The Seven of Wands. It is you actually playing with sticks and stones that don't hurt people's bones, but the words do. And you playing and trying and measuring yourself against other things. It really is an internal battle, Sagittarius. It's you trying to understand yourself without involving negatively anyone else that you may have, injured, you may have hurt, you may have done something that just didn't sit well with them. And so you give them a break by taking a break from yourself. That's what it truly is. And I like this message for you, Sagittarius, because it seems that it's a positive response to something that just started being negative in your life, that relationship that's turning sour. You criticizing someone because you don't believe them. You fearing that they're not, you can't trust them. You giving other people something, the responsibility for what should be yourself, you're thinking. And so you want to take the responsibility of your own happiness in your hands. And this is the way you do it. It's very interesting, Sagittarius, because it leads, it's like a stepping stone. Remember, we talked about a milestone. It's a milestone of learning how to act in times of difficulty without losing your cool, without losing your control, your calm, and your sense of evaluation and self-criticism. And it's extremely interesting the way also, Sagittarius, you treat others, you interact with others in this sort of gentle, understanding, and mutual communication, so that you both understand, the other person understands what you're trying to say, and you from them get feedback in how you are doing and what you really need and what you really want. This is also a precursor. This comes before a moment of enlightenment, Sagittarius. And I wanted to point that out because that means that further down, and prepare yourself, that means that further down the line, could be by the end of the year, could be as early as the next month. But there's something in store. There is this light bulb that's going to turn on over your head, because you will finally get it. Yes. Now I understand. And so, this is a phase for you, even though it is a milestone. The milestone then has this effect afterwards of slowly but surely making you understand. And then the light goes off and you've understood. You get it. So let's enjoy this month, because it is very important. You're on the way to getting it, Sagittarius. I do hope this was of help to you, ladies and gentlemen, Sagittarian friends. Like, share, and subscribe. Did she say like, share, and subscribe my videos? I'd love that. And let me leave you with this, Sagittarius. Bye-bye. Enjoy your October. Namaste.